Hey guys, it's SDTV here. I'm Miles.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Ross.
We're talking about rotation, we're talking about Core 2, we're talking about corporations, runners, hackers, programs, viruses,
Specifically
ICE,
the corpse this time.
Yeah.
Yes.
assets. Alright,
You forgot the assets.
Alright, so first things first. There's one card that was in every Corp deck since the beginning of time, or since that one data pack that it was in. And that card is Jackson Howard, and now he's gone.
Yeah.
He's out.
Man, I had 12 copies of that.
I know. So the power level of Corpse, I'm pretty sure, is just kind of gone like, ooh.
Well,
like
what was
that.
always the biggest
No.
fundamental issue from the original core set, which was getting flooded?
Yeah,
Jackson was an answer to that.
exactly. So
I don't
now
know
we-
why they just put it in yellow, but side point.
I never felt like Jackson was as necessary as people made him out to be, but his loss is going to be big.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It is a big deal.
And also Corpse as a whole, before we dive in specifically, a lot of alternative Corp strategies. I guess alternative to scoring in a remote. So fast advance is weaker, kills weaker.
Fast event, or NBN fast events is weaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. With Sand gone. With in general, Corps need to look at remote scoring a bit more.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
definitely do.
That said, let's talk about some factions. Let's talk about NBN.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll start
Because
with
we
NBN.
basically already were.
I think it's got the biggest change to it, right?
Yes, I think
So,
NBN has to really
Three
shift.
biggest cards that have gone: Astro Script gone, Breaking News gone, and City Grid, which was not only used in yellow, is gone.
Yeah,
Okay.
huge. So what do you even do now? We were trying this before. Like I was playing CTM. It loses so much threat because you can't do breaking. You can't just slap a card down and people have to respect breaking news.
Yeah.
You don't have to respect anything anymore. There's no
No.
respect.
Yeah, that's true. Like, what
Well,
could a face down in a remote be now? That's
Red
they're
herrings.
worried about.
Like it's nothing that spooky.
Yeah, nothing that's spooky besides like the point or two, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Maybe it's a ghost branch.
So, I think we were talking about this before. The general theme of it is of what they keep mainly is
Yeah.
tax,
Yeah.
tax, and more tax.
Taxi tag, stormy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we maybe go on to what they keep, which is you keep your project bills,
Yep.
your pop-up windows,
Pop-up window.
your wraparounds, your Beneath Mine, and TGTBT. Well, that's a minute.
That's a good one.
But a lot of the theme is around tax. And also
Yeah.
exploiting that tax in the tag storm and scoring out a
I don't know what
20-point bill.
Yeah,
For
I
example.
was gonna say like, what even is your win con now? Like
Yeah.
Close
psychographics.
But-
accounts, which is not
How do
defense.
you land a lot of tags for psychographics now? Harder to use, but they can clear next
Just
time, right?
do it again.
I think it's it requires a lot more setup now.
Yeah, it just
It
feels
seems
like,
awkward. It feels awkward.
I feel like Psycho's just in there as a punishment if the runner decides to ignore tags.
Yeah.
That's like the only reason I can figure out it being in there, because with the only actual tagging cards in core now is TGBT, Seesaws and Data Room.
Big
And
brother.
yeah,
Hunter?
Hunter as well, yes. How do you land a lot of tags for Seesaw? I mean, psychographics.
I genuinely think it's a much more reactive rather than proactive faction now.
Yeah,
You are very much dealing with what the runner is throwing at you and trying to set more traps and set up for those traps, and
Yeah.
probably a little bit more of a poker face more than anything. Again, so again, it used to be one of the most proactive factions where, you know, like what you were saying, Miles. You slap something down and people have to immediately respect it and react to it. Whereas now you slap something in and you're like, I can wait a turn.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, what do you put in there? A red herrings? Oh well.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the biggest change, is that you're not forcing players to react to what you're doing. You're kind of having to take a step back and set up your plan and figure out what the runner's doing more than anything first.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. They're gonna have to just find a new archetype basically.
Yeah, I think NBN has to find
Glacier,
something new.
maybe Glacier.
Yeah, like Glacier and BN is gonna be. I could see it being a thing, but it's gonna
It's
be
tricky.
much harder.
Yeah.
Do we think like
Or no Sweet Week as well.
no Switch is gonna be nuts? But yeah, it's always been such a fundamental.
No Sweeps Week is so huge.
Yeah.
Like it's actually massive. Because that was that card was so important to NBN. I played a lot of NBN, and that card was really important to NBN because it's hedge funds. For your opening hand, it's hedge funds 4 to 6, which is huge.
Yeah, exactly.
It's siphon recovery. It's whatever, but it's so important to lose.
It is definitely just being able to get up from 1 credit is nuts.
Yeah,
So
which is
really
probably
nice.
why it's not such a bad thing.
Because you could go sweeps hedge hiding news, you know. Like,
Yeah,
That's true.
anyway, so NBN's in a rough place.
Yeah, it's gonna have to find something new.
for the first time in a long time though. So
Yeah,
sure.
that's true.
That's
I
not
feel
super
like-
sad.
I think there's still going to be a good, solid asset-based deck out of CTM, and I feel like Sync Glacier is going to be possible.
Yep.
It's going to be like a legitimate threat now because they do have a lot of good ice. It's
You got your toll
And that-
booth. You've
yeah.
got your what's the other there was some other big ones that they
Archangel.
released.
there's Thoth, there's Archangel, there's Data Ward.
Yeah.
Oh, we kept Flare.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
a solid piece of ice, as much as nobody plays it.
It was a little bit scary when we were playing the Corset experience before. I didn't expect it. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, so that's going to be like they do have good, solid ice that is expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see like a legitimately good.
It feels like
Okay.
you have to use your ice more to land tags now as opposed to your events.
Yeah, it's gonna be
And just constant tax through that process of kind of bluffing out with the remotes.
yeah. It's definitely going to be an interesting new world for NBN.
Well, they've ruled for so long.
And speaking of asset spam, what hangs around?
Oh, our good friends.
Yep.
Estelle Moon.
Yep. So it's time for HP now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're into HB. So HB, Moons doesn't lose a ton except for 3 2s.
So what did it lose out of?
Allow me to get that for you.
Well, it's beta test.
Beta test, but I got Vitruvius instead. So
Yeah, but like
You're
it doesn't
never
have
gonna
6
fuck-
3 2s.
you're never going to find that out. Yeah. That's
Yeah, it's just that it's a 3 2.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Well, let's see. So even though it's gone along with Jackson, which was having a Jackson on the table and firing an ABT was safe. So they're both gone. So it's kind of like it's a brave new world again, where you
Yeah.
can't just cheat out 3 pieces of ice on a on a scoring remote and go, okay, what of it? What are you going to do?
Get at me. Eli, which a lot of lists were cutting anyway.
Yeah, it's since paper, but that's become a lot worse. So
Yeah.
that's fine.
But with Yogg going, I feel like a lot of the cheaper
Cogates, yeah.
co-gates, which is what HB has a lot. So Victor 1.0.
Victor 1 and Fairchild 2 are
And Fairchild
huge
2.
nowadays.
Fairchild 2 is pretty neat.
It's a good
Yeah.
card.
And those ones have brain damage on them, so you can't just go, I'll
bounce,
just
yeah.
bounce. You actually have to deal with it. So it actually becomes quite a bit stronger, I think, in that sense. There's a bit more cheaper ice that you legitimately have to respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one really nice thing on Corp side is the old thing, dice to Yogg, dice to Parasite. We don't, that's less of a thing now. We have to reevaluate our ice.
And
base.
Basically, right.
Enigma out of the as a neutral card is a lot stronger as a gear check piece
It's
of
been a
ice.
good piece of ice for a long time.
Yeah.
And it just went up a power level because of Yogg not being there.
What else has it lost? It kept Ash and Strongbox, which are both like fine. Like Strongbox less so, but they're still good defensive upgrades, which we are kind of lacking at the moment.
Yeah.
And probably the main thing is the core ID is no longer
Oh, yeah.
around.
Of
So
course.
ETF,
ETF,
ETF.
yes.
How could we forget about
We
the
almost forgot
We
ETF.
might actually see another purple ID get played.
I think I've just gotten so used to ignoring, like whenever
Yeah.
we don't even talk about the ID.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're actually gonna have to choose HP IDs.
Yeah.
That's a really big thing. This is like anything that we spoke about before. Gaining a credit in any way, shape, or form, like in Runner,
Yeah,
is just
it's absolutely
huge.
insane.
Yeah,
Um,
historically in the game, anything that has a credit symbol on the ID has been played.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah,
With very few exceptions.
Yeah. So getting just a free credit just for installing something, I think is what does it allow you to do by doing that? It allows you to install a Fairchild 3.0 and then be able to res it the next turn if you have to,
Oh,
as opposed to having to click for a credit. So you're just always cheering out a free credit.
Yeah, like, you get free credit every turn. That card is insane.
Yeah.
So that is going to be weird. And
So-
what's going to be the next vanilla HP deck?
Well,
Because we get stuck with
yeah.
Stronger together, right? We're stuck with Stronger together, which I've been testing and I've been extremely disappointed with.
It's so disappointing. I guess. Yeah, what do you do? It's really hard to think about it now, isn't
Well,
it? Because there's
There's a few that are good, just passive.
like
boons.
CI.
CI is still a combo deck, right? Because you can't play CA Glacier. If you res a big piece of ice go down 0, you just kill
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
There's Architect's Tomorrow, which is just good passive econ.
Yep.
It's a lot harder to control, which makes it fairer.
And
Yep.
Employee Strike's still a big card in the meta,
Yeah.
so I don't think that that's as wrong. What's the
But it's
custom?
Custom biotics if you just want a lot of influence, which sure.
Oh, that's right. You were talking about doing moons in custom.
Yeah, you
modes,
can
maybe?
do moons in custom biotics.
Could do that.
Once everything goes onto the most wanted list, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, we are making some assumptions that Friends is going to get like heavily
Yeah.
MWL'd.
Like,
So once that's on the most wanted list, you just go custom biotics and it doesn't matter about the influence.
so assuming that that's the theme of what's going to happen, we assume that that's going to go on the most wanted list. I think that you're kind of going back to the old school, big remote server, Glacier, Turtle up, and off you go.
I will say, I also think Sato will be a legitimately good choice.
Seda, that's
Just
the one.
because you actually have Jackson built into the ID.
Exactly, get everything back. It's very good at shutting down R&D. Like, get a good piece of ice on R&D.
Yeah.
They either pay out the nose for it, or they click through it and you get to put something on top.
Yeah, Seda is like better
You
strung
get-
together in some
Yeah,
ways.
it's much better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because it forces them to pay for your remotes, otherwise you just get more money back.
Yeah.
In which case, like, get HP again.
Okay, so let's talk about Jinteki. I think that they're in quite a good spot.
Yep.
after this.
Did they lose anything?
They lost a lot, but like
Yeah.
nothing.
Did they actually lose anything?
They lost Caprice, which is obviously huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have new stuff, like you have Ben Masashi and Obokata, which is really
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah.
You
They still have Batty, which is still a good.
Yeah, you can use Batty as like pseudo Caprice, or you can go for those huge blowout plays,
Yeah.
or you can just use it as
But
a
I've
pseudo
always
Caprice.
felt like Batty's been the fair Caprice. So
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
glad that's like the only one.
It's
staying.
not persistent. You've got to
Yeah.
get rid of it.
it's weird. Like it's like a fair Caprice, except for the times when it's an incredibly unfair Caprice. Yeah, so I think that's good. Like I've been mucking around with this PE sort of glaciery thing, where you just have Obokata and Ben Masashi, and it's pretty obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying something like that before, even just an Ag Infusion.
Yeah,
Just to
you
kind
can do
of tempo things a little bit. You can actually push runners into that run and go, okay, if you want it, you can have it.
So let's go through the cards that they actually lost from Core. They lost Charm and Dynamite.
Yeah.
Big
Sorry,
losses.
Huge.
I've actually died to that combo, so
It's not rule it out.
exactly like me not being able to get anybody else with that is going to be a shame.
Precognition.
Oh yeah.
They've lost Zaibatsu Loyalty.
Damn, I bought 3 core sets just for that card.
It's a very nice looking card.
I think that's fine to lose because that is one of those weird cards that just has a.
It's got weird timing, doesn't it?
Yeah. Akataro Watanabe, I think. I can't remember exactly.
Oh
what it
yeah,
is.
that's good though, because that breaks some of the weird infinite money combos.
Yeah.
Which is like cool, I guess. And Cell Portal.
And so-
But I mean, rotation, they lose Sanju, huge, Caprice, huge,
Yeah, RP.
RP,
Yeah.
PDB.
Which is, yeah, that's been like the
I think
standard Glacier.
Yeah. But what is good that they kept? Celebrity gift.
That is going to be the biggest thing. I
That's
think.
so good.
Like, that was like basically the card that put Jinteki on the map, right?
Yeah.
Like, same with MBN and the sweepstake.
Yeah, because you would put Celebrity Gift in NBN.
Yeah. I put Celebrity Gift into HB for ages.
Yeah, you totally. Yeah. Sweep Tweak's just looking at it just like, why?
Yeah, so Jinteki keeping that is going to be like incredibly good
Yeah.
for the faction.
Trick of Light.
That also is going to be nuts.
And I think that's not just good for Jinteki, but I think Wayland takes a lot of stock from that as
I
well.
can use that.
Like, that's like a really key and fair fast advance piece.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is going to be really exciting to keep.
Because 10 and Fast Advance is kind of a thing, huh?
10 fast advance is kind of thing, like
Yeah.
Titan fast advance also.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yagura as a good gear check card.
Especially now with Yog out.
Yep. And Swordsman is probably one of the other big ones too.
Swordsman's one of the more interesting ones, I think.
I think Swordsman's a very much a big balance card, if you will.
Swordsman and Rough are sort of safety valves. They
Yeah.
always kind
Yeah.
of have been.
Like, it's really good in a meta where you have a lot of Faust.
Yeah, but they were like,
You got to remember though that these cards
They
came
were-
out in the admin meta,
yeah.
the Catman
Yeah.
meta, so like a long time ago. So they're not as good now as they.
once
I
were.
mean, they weren't even good.
They served a purpose.
But
I
you've got to
think.
remember, these are the cards that were chosen to keep.
Yeah.
So they
it's-
chose to keep Swordsman as like a gear check now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like the biggest problem in AI decks are Anarch, which will always have MK Ultra. So I don't know. It's
Yeah,
a
we'll see.
strange one to keep.
I
don't
mean,
know if it's
there's the
in-
turtle now. There's Omakwa, which is sort of the big.
Yeah, that's an
scary
AI.
on the scene. So yeah, we'll see.
I don't know, it feels like a strange one to me to actually keep, but I'm not sad. I get to keep the sweet old art.
Sweet
Yes.
Alpha, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, look, I think it's good to keep those ones in there. Just if they are wanting to continue to create AI cards, then you need to have something that deals with it
Yeah.
Sure.
across those factions. So Swordsman is a good answer to that if you want to continue to produce those.
Yeah.
If you don't, otherwise, if you got rid of it, then you can't produce more powerful AI breakers
Yeah.
because then what do you do?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely true.
And Netrunner has traditionally been a game that releases solutions before problems.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
I can't think of any specific examples right now, but I do remember the designer saying that a few times in the
Yeah.
past. So yeah.
Yeah, there are cards that are printed that you go, why did you do that? And then it's for future design space. So it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Same reason noise had to go. So we
we
design
How
cards.
did we not talk about noise going?
Yeah, why don't we talk about noise?
When we get to
We're gonna do it later. We were talking because we were talking about the meta, and noise isn't in the meta.
Yeah, true.
And finally, El Waylando.
Lando.
It's always been the ugly stepchild of Netrunner for a long time.
I think. Okay, let's talk about the big one going. Scorched Earth, right?
Yeah.
So losing that is kind of huge, but kind of like signaling where the meta's going to be going.
Yes.
Because now it's not just like the Seesaw Scorch instant win combo, because that's kind of been in the game since forever, and just these one turn win combos.
Yeah.
I feel like people are just kind of getting sick of in general.
Well, they're not
CI7.
interactive because you can be ahead forever in the game and then all of a sudden just bang, 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 and you're done. And you're like, well, I didn't even get a chance to do anything about that.
That's
I'm just finished.
Because Seesaw Scorch fits in the same combo as CI7 and like Blackmail.
Yeah.
It's like
Mid-seasons.
Yeah.
mid-season and like all these just decks that just build up, try to win once.
Yeah.
I can't think of like some run-aside ones, but like the Clan Vengeance decks you were talking about before kind of do the same thing. Just try to like get everything done in one turn.
Yeah.
And like diver decks and stuff like that. So it's like just taking it out is kind of be interesting and points that meat damage is going to be more like tempo damage.
Yeah, right. DRT's in there.
DRT and punitive.
Yeah.
Punitive is a really hard one to get an actual kill out of, so I feel like if it's in there to just knock a couple guys out of hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Steel 3.0 just pop.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what they want meat damage to be, and that's what
Almost like net
Yeah.
damage, huh?
Yeah.
Like to interrupt a strategy, not make it a game finisher.
Yeah, exactly right.
Which is probably what it should have been. Which is why they did Scorched as not completely like take all 5 cards, not all 5 cards. Whereas like we've got Boom now, but as we said before, landing 2 tags is going to be really, really difficult.
That's right. And there's also a big distinction between 1 tag and 2 tags now.
Yes.
Scorched one. Because now 1 tag doesn't mean you're dead next turn, it means you're in trouble next turn from closed accounts or whatever. But you'll be able to continue.
Yes. Yeah, you're still in the game. It's just you're going uphill rather than downhill.
Yeah, exactly. So that I think is going to be the biggest change, obviously.
Because I don't think Wayland really sees play at all at the moment except Scorpios.
I think Fast Advance Wayland is going to be good.
Okay, cool. Yep.
We still get the Titan Train and Jemison.
Yep.
They have been largely untouched.
Yep.
And they're still going. I think they're going to be good.
And there are some of the few fast advance options left.
Yeah, exactly. There's not a lot of fast events, and these 2 were kind of like getting up there, but now the other 2 have been.
Well, now you don't really have a jammy sort of HB. I think I feel that the Titan kind of takes the cake on jamming, so to speak.
Yeah.
You just kind of chuck things in there, get on the Project Atlas train now, and then you turn the coin, and that's it. You just keep jamming things in.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Atlas train potential.
What else did they lose? They lost Posted Bounty.
It's been a long time since that's been like relevant.
Yeah. Security subcontract.
Man, I remember trying to make that guy do it.
Yep.
Terrible.
It doesn't work.
Aggressive negotiations.
Yeah, I guess.
Again.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Research Station.
Yep, again, okay, so they lost nothing, that's
Nice,
good.
yeah.
But they kept Atlas and Caduceus, Hive.
Yeah, they kept some great cards.
Punitive.
Punitive isn't good.
Yep. Elizabeth Mills.
Elizabeth
as well.
Mills is good. Now with Wild Tide gone, it's going to be less useful, but still.
So Blue Sun. What did that lose? Which is the number 1 thing. Which is
Blue Sun lost Oversight AI curve wall and rotation.
Yeah, Blue Sun lost its dumb turn 1.
Dumb turn 1, get 50 billion credits.
Yeah, it lost that, but it still can do what I guess it was supposed to be, which is just like install behind big ice and then bounce the big ice back, and
Yeah,
you don't
exactly.
lose money.
Yeah.
I feel like Blue Sun's always meant to be the one that can maintain tempo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of just like gaining tempo from racing its ice. So yeah, it's gonna be like taken here. It's gonna be a different game plan, but it should be interesting.
Yeah, that said, I don't think it'll be good at all.
Well, it's not
Because-
good. It's not good now, and it's not using Scorched. It's still using the boom. It's still using mid seasons predominantly, not hard hitting use.
Yeah,
So-
but it's always had that problem of you get to 4 points and get remote locked, and I think
Yeah.
it's only just gonna get worse in the near future.
Yeah.
So
Well, if
Yeah.
you might get more and more flooded. So without a Jackson,
yeah,
you're kind of just in that same point. Maybe you might be able to put big ice on archives and deal with it, but those decks that can remote lock are just going to wait for 30 turns and
Yeah, exactly.
65 minutes and go, oh well.
yeah, exactly. Just mash on the opus.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So-
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting little metaphor, but
Yeah,
I think AI only oversight might be a thing.
yeah,
AI only Blue Sun, sorry.
yeah. And Giga, oh, that's right. You're talking about this just cheesing stuff out
Yeah.
behind Mother Goddess. Yeah,
Mother Goddess, Excalibur, and Loki. There's like 3 pieces of ice that work together that can't be broken by anything besides AI.
Yeah,
Is Christian Grid still a thing?
yeah. That's Lena.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not matter.
And the other thing would be Gagarin, as the resident asset
Yes.
spam deck of the faction, which relies heavily on that Zealous Judge hard hitting news combo to just
Yeah.
bury you in tags.
And we should point out we kept false lead.
Yes.
Make hard hitting news legitimately good.
Yes.
So yeah, asset spam's not gone anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's got some amount of. But anyway,
Yeah.
so Gagarin has potential too.
Yeah, it definitely does. I don't think we missed anything else.
So that's our thoughts generally on the meta. I mean, it's huge, right? You can't just. It's huge topic. But I think that's our sort of thoughts on where the meta's going to go in general for every faction,
Yeah.
from the top down.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Leave some comments. Give us a like.
Bye.
Give us a subscribe. And we'll see you next time.
Have you ever checked in? Have you ever wire tripped? This is not like TV, only better. This is